right, 5 minutes after 9 o'clock. Jim George is here from American Cable Services, and he knows his stuff when it comes to technology. That's why we call him Professor Gadget. The phone line is open. We would love to hear what you have to say. Today's topic might be a little bit, I don't know if controversial is the word, but you might have an opinion on it. I don't know if that makes it controversial, but it's about net neutrality. Jim seems to have a grip on it. I don't really quite get it, to be honest with you, so I'm going to let you talk, Jim. First of all, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Well,
good
morning, Ocala.
Now that I got your microphone turned on. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, technology only works if you know how to work it.
Isn't that true? That's true. Or if you're willing to work it.
Yeah. So how are you, first of all, before we get into the subject?
Great. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, ready to go. That's a comment there, isn't it? Bright-eyed and bushy.
I like it.
I know. I never
Nice,
got that
very
one.
nice.
The bushy-tailed part.
Yeah, well, you just got to move it. So net neutrality, Wheeler at the FCC asked for comments before he throttled cable companies and internet providers, and he got the largest response ever. Over 4 million people responded and said, yes, control the cable companies, cut them back. We don't want them telling us how much bandwidth we can use, what sites we can go to, how long we can stay on, how much we can record. So net neutrality became a law, but the only way they could do it was to move internet providers and cable companies into what's called Title II, which is an already existing law for phone companies. That's why phone companies can't do certain things now that they always could before, which was throttle you back and that type of thing. So Pi comes along, and he wants to remove that, and the way he wants to remove it is just not just do away with net neutrality, but to take cable companies out of Title II. In other words, the government keeps keep your hands off of cable companies. And now he's asking for opinions. And my comment to you earlier was that the American has already given over 4 million, the largest ever, responding to net neutrality. So if you're out there listening and you did not make a comment before, you just go to fcc.gov, type in net neutrality, put your comment down, and let's double that to like 8 million people that say, yes, the FCC has the legal and mandated authority for communications.
But my opinion isn't as educated as your opinion in this subject, okay? Mm-hmm. And so my opinion might be based on how much money I'm paying for it or on what kind of shows I can watch. Your opinion might have more detailed. In other words, if you disagree with me, yours might be the one I need to listen to. And I don't know if you do disagree with the 4 million or not. Mm-hmm. Not me necessarily, but I mean. Right. And so, what is that answer? Do you agree or disagree with the mass of the people, the 4 million? Because I'm guessing most of them are forming their opinion based on cost and availability of products at different shows,
right.
et cetera.
Well, it also deals with like bundling. Part of net neutrality is, if you want our internet 50 speed, you can't get it unless you buy our basic cable package, or unless you do. In other words, they're forcing you to do something in order to get something.
Okay.
Where you should just be allowed to buy internet capability.
Okay, but on your end, business-wise, does that make sense?
It does.
Oh, it does? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, there is no money in cable TV. No money. By the time you pay ESPN, which is about $7 my cost just to get actually it's more like $8 just to get ESPN. And every year it goes up 10, 20%. So every year the cable company has to keep doubling or adding more percentage to what you have as a cable bill. You don't watch ESPN, but yet your bill goes up.
Right,
why? Because
right.
you're forced to have ESPN.
Right.
So the a la carte method, and now they call it skinny bundles, is get out of the package what people don't want. If it's a 21-channel package, then give them 21 channels.
It sounds like your
song. Let them choose them.
This is what you've been telling us forever.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let them choose them.
You got the phone ringing.
All right.
You want to take some calls?
Sure.
Good morning. You're on there with Jim George.
Good morning, Mr. George. This is precisely what I'm calling about. One of the problems I have is I use the various internet big names, like Yahoo, and I even use the one cable company provider for like internet and email and all that stuff.
Right.
And every one of them just seems to go overboard with the advertisements and updates and this, that, and the other thing. And what basically they are, they're peddling more and more of what they think you should have instead of what you want.
Correct.
And the big noise is about Google, that they everything you put on Google is there for anybody and everybody to see, read, and whatever. Personally, my personal thing is I don't do anything on the internet other than maybe emails. And if you want to look at my emails where I'm maybe complaining about a politician or condemning some actions by our government, well, I don't care if they read it.
Right.
I'm glad they read it because maybe they may get an idea.
Yes.
But anyway, my thing is, what if you wanted to go to an internet site, something like a My Way or something like that, if you wanted to, keep yourself out of the limelight?
Well, you still have to have the connectivity. So net neutrality is all about the connectivity to give you the opportunity to go to a site. Google, as you know, is selling your information. So, Larry, for instance, could ask how many people in Ocala type in the word TV, internet, or radio. And they would send him the numbers. And if he wanted to buy that list, let's say it's $1 a name. If that was 4,000 people in Ocala, he could buy those names for 4,000. And if he wanted to spend more money, he could get their history. How many times have they gone to WOCA? How many times have they done the WOM, whatever it is? In other words, that's selling your information. And net neutrality helps stop that. They're saying you can't throttle back a person, but there are other laws inside net neutrality that say you can't sell the person's information.
Right. Well, the other thing I'll say is, I've been told kiddingly, I guess, you better keep looking up for the black helicopters and stuff. Because I was very critical of our government. Basically, that's what I do. And even though there's a new administration, to me, nothing has changed. Everything is still the same. I call them the Demorats and the Republirats.
Yeah.
They're still the same.
Let's give it time and see where it goes. But you're right.
Yeah.
But I tell everybody when they call me about internet, go to the city of Ocala and get on their fiber optic network. You will never regret it. And the city has been putting out bids like crazy for contractors, buying equipment. The city is going to build out its fiber optic network, and you need to be on it.
Uh-huh. Thank you for the advice, and have a great weekend.
You too.
And
Thank
thank
you.
you, WOCA, for the programming.
Oh, you're welcome,
Have a
Sonny.
good weekend,
Thank you.
everybody.
Thank you.
Is the city of Ocala cheaper than going through Cox Cable?
It is.
For the internet only?
Yes, and there you won't be bothered with, like if you get it from the phone company, they want you to carry a minimum phone package. If you get it from the
Right.
cable company, they'll just give you internet. And the city of Ocala's internet service does not go down because of any type of disaster. They go down periodically for maintenance, but they usually send you an email to the effect that at 2 a.m. on this morning, we're going down. Well, if Larry is a nighttime guy and he at 2 to 3 in the morning is when he's doing his prep for the show, then he's going to lose his internet. But it's not because it went down, it's because it was taken down for maintenance.
And who do we call? Is there a special department there?
You just call the city of Ocala. I have the number in my cell phone, but you just call it and tell them you'd like to be transferred to the internet department. You'd like to have the city of Ocala's internet.
Oh,
And I
okay.
think even if, let's assume that they're not everywhere in town, they're starting to grow everywhere in town. So they might tell you we're a year away from you. That's fine. Get on the list because you will not regret it. They give you 60 megabits per second. And I want to guess, I forget what it was, it's like $35, $45.
Oh, I'm going to call them.
We do have another phone call.
Yes.
You got people calling in about this one, so let's take the calls as we get them. Good morning. You're on next. You're up with Jim.
Good morning, Jim. Good morning, guys.
Yeah.
This is Mike McCoy. Joe, I live in the Crystal Lakes area over by Lake Diamond here in Ocala.
Yes.
And technically it's Ocala, Silver Spring Shore, whatever you want to call it over there. But within our community, we are in a monopoly or monopolized service provider of for cable of Comcrap or Cast, whatever you want to call it. I call it Comcrap. But Comcast they have a monopoly on our community. Nobody else can come in there unless you're a satellite dish. You can have. I don't particularly want to put a dish in my yard, but for the internet, what are our options as far as getting? I would love it if somebody could. They need the competition. They have no competition in our community, so they just rule with a iron fist as far as what they can do. Well, if you don't like it, we'll disconnect it for you.
Yeah, well, that's all done during the development of the property itself. In other words, a developer puts out proposals for cable TV because he's building a property. I come along and say, I can build that for you and it's going to cost you X dollars. Comcast comes in and says, I will put it in for free. All I want is the exclusive right to be the only person here because I have my investment in the ground. Developer said, sold. You put it in for free. So all the digging under all the street crossings, everything Comcast does, they put it's about $1,000 a home to build that. So if there was 1,000 homes, that's $1 million investment.
Yeah.
All right. And so in order to get their money back, they not only tack on a percentage of profit, but they have to tack on overhead, back office expense, everything. So yeah, they have the right to be in there exclusively because they did all the work. Now, net neutrality or any of that stuff won't change that. The homeowners association would have to come in and say, if another cable company wants to come in and if they want to spend that much money and if they want to do it, then we will give them the right to. But it depends how the contract was written because the developer usually has given like 25-year golden umbrella contract to Comcast or to me. I have some of those where I'm the only person in there.
Yeah.
But I put the $1 million in.
Yeah, really. All right, we do have another phone call. Good morning. You're on the air with Jim.
Good morning, Jim.
Good morning, Doug.
When I get online, I put the history on there, and it shows me channel 20. Which channel 20 I could get on my set to get the history channel on.
Okay. Is that a question or a comment?
That's a question.
Okay.
I like to watch my X-Men and pawn shop, whatever.
Okay, Doug, you need to turn your radio down. It's a lot of echo.
Yeah, it was. I don't know what he was asking. I think you wanted to know how to get to the History Channel. But
the History Channel is like a paid channel, actually.
Yeah, he's got an antenna. Yeah. All right, we're up against a break. Let me take a break. We do have an open phone line if you want to call in. The number is 622-9622. We will be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. On this Friday, partly sunny and hot with a high of 89 on the coast, 95 inland. Partly cloudy Friday night, lows in the upper 60s inland, 77 along the coast. For Saturday, partly sunny, breezy and hot in the afternoon, high 86 on the coast, but 94 inland. Sunday, some sunshine, breezy and quite warm, high 86 on the coast, low 90s inland. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Ocala Business Leaders Incorporated is a group of independent local firms providing a wide range of quality goods and services. Each firm strives to maintain the highest level of professional integrity and 100% customer satisfaction. When you're looking for goods and services, call a member of the Ocala Business Leaders, and we are confident you will be pleased with the results. If you are interested in becoming a member of the Ocala Business Leaders, join us at the Ocala Elks Lodge, 25th Avenue in Ocala, any Wednesday at 7 a.m. and enjoy a breakfast on us. For more information, check OcalaBusinessLeaders.com.
You've You've Got a Garden, and we've got a show for you called You've Got a Garden with your host, Master Gardener Carol Ann Baldwin. Carol Ann answers your questions about your flowers, your veggies, your grass, your trees, even questions about your bugs. And she's only on WOCA, so don't miss Carol Ann Baldwin and You've Got a Garden each Tuesday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on WOCA The Source.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. On this Friday, partly sunny and hot with a high of 89 on the coast, 95 inland. Partly cloudy Friday night, lows in the upper 60s inland, 77 along the coast. For Saturday, partly sunny, breezy and hot in the afternoon, high 86 on the coast, but 94 inland. Sunday, some sunshine, breezy and quite warm, high 86 on the coast, low 90s inland. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
WOCA gets results.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to tune in to the first and third Thursday of the month at 11 a.m. to learn about the latest advances in healthcare available right here at home. Ocala Regional Medical Center and Strive have teamed up to bring the most qualified medical professionals on the air to answer your questions and bring information to help you in your decisions concerning your health. Again, that's the first and third Thursday. Health matters.
Visit the WOCA website at www.woca.com.
All right, 21 minutes after 9 o'clock. If you have a question for Jim George, he's here right now. The phone number is 622-9622. Jim is, of course, the owner of American Cable Services. He been talking about the a la carte possibilities, gosh, since we've known him. And now maybe it's I don't know if it's a reality or if the skinny, what do you call them, skinny bundles?
Skinny bundles, skinny package.
So what was there was an expression in the article that we had regarding the net neutrality, and I was going to ask you about it. Oh my gosh, now I can't remember what it was, but it had something to do with whether or not the new ruling made it actually larger or no. Does net neutrality give them more control or less control?
Less. The FCC is backing away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the FCC wants a hands-off. Cable TV used to be highly regulated. I mean, the paperwork we had to do is unbelievable. We had forms for everything. I mean, street crossing forms, aerial forms, underground form, everything. So the FCC, because of the way we petitioned it and everything else, finally said, fine, we're going to deregulate cable. And when they did, the price went through the roof because deregulation also regulated the price. So that may have been a mistake. I'm not really positive, but they say it was not because it allowed more channels to come in.
And you have another phone call. Good morning. You're on the air with Jim George.
Good morning again. This is Mike McCoy again. I had one more question for you. Our community is not an HOA.
Oh, so you're outside Lake Diamond.
That's correct. We're in Crystal Lakes.
Yes.
Do we have any kind of options as far as, can we petition or, some suggestion to help us get some competition in there?
Well, you can always go to Prism, that's CenturyLink. Anywhere where you have a telephone line, CenturyLink can give you their IPTV system.
Yeah, we have a line. Yeah, that's true. We do have a phone line, but we don't have a phone at home.
It makes no difference. If you have a phone line, they can feed you.
Really?
Yes.
Now, you say they can feed it. Does that mean they can feed it as a? It's not going to be high-speed internet, right?
It will be high speed for them. They call it high speed. It's really between 2 and 7 meg. They may charge you for 15, but you'll never see 15. You'll see between 2 and 7. But the idea is they'll tie some wires together, like Larry was speaking this morning with Galen, how they had 2 phone lines to do this and do that. They'll tie some phone lines together, which will double the bandwidth. And then when they do, they'll just use your phone line into your house and put in a router, and that router will give you IPTV.
Oh, well then, Prism TV. Let me give them a call.
Yes, CenturyLink. I'll put a plug in for them. They're good.
Thank you for calling back. I didn't realize earlier that he had another question, so I apologize for cutting you off there, Mike. Good morning. You're on the air with Jim George.
It's me again.
Hey, Doug.
You catch what I said before about Channel 20, about the history?
No, I didn't. I know that Channel 20 is out of Gainesville, and I think it's a PBS. It could be.
Okay.
I don't know if it's NBC. There's a 5. I don't have all that stuff memorized. But you're saying you do get the channels you want from 20, or you do not get what you want from 20?
I get Channel 20 probably on 2-1.
Okay.
But I just want to find out what number I could receive to get the history channel.
Yeah, I don't believe that's being rebroadcast in the air. That's a cable channel only. You would have to have cable for that. Now, you can go on the internet. You can subscribe to the History Channel on the internet and have it streamed right to your laptop.
Now, how much is that?
I have no idea. Just type in historychannel.com and see where you go.
Okay, thank you, Jim.
You're welcome.
Well, and that is kind of a solution, isn't it, to a lot of the things that we like. And even YouTube, I think, if you can deal with the fact that you got to watch things in pieces, you can. I mean, I watched the Tonight. I never watched the Tonight Show, but I pretty much can keep up with everything they do. Mm-hmm. I like the Tonight Show and the other late night shows because I watch them on YouTube. Mm-hmm. But I don't watch it from beginning to end as in the old days.
No, it might be an interviewer, a person you want to talk to. Yeah.
Right. Good morning. You're on the air with Jim.
Hi, this is Sonny again. Jim, what was those FCC dot whatever it was?
I didn't catch FCC.gov, G-O-V, FCC.gov.
Yeah.
And then when you get there, there'll be recent things. There'll be reply to the commission. You'll see, I don't have it in front of me, but you'll see all kind of things that you can click on. And then there's a search box. If you want to, just type in net neutrality in the search box, and it will take you to the form that you need to fill out in order to put your comments.
All right, thank you. Again,
you're welcome.
Have a good day, everyone.
You too.
Have a nice weekend.
Thank you.
You too.
Thank you, Real good conversation today, and really useful information. I love that information about the PRISM service.
Yeah.
That sounds awesome. I mean, is it considerably cheaper?
No, it's not considerably cheaper, but it's priced accordingly, I think. But you have to force the person you talk to give you the skinny package. They want to sell you this large bundle. I'm going to give you 200 channels for $129. I don't want that.
Yeah.
Well, we do have this one that's 80 channels. No, I don't want that. And then you get what you want. They'll give you a reasonably priced package, and they'll give it to you for a short period of time, maybe 6 months, at a real reduced rate. Really reduced rate. Could be like $30.
And what happens after 6 months?
Then it automatically goes up to their normal, could be 79 or 119. Okay. But like I was saying earlier, if you don't like the service, you cancel. You can cancel at any time. You're not locked into a contract.
And do they let you come back on? Like, let's say you cancel after 6 months, well, before 6 months.
Right.
And then you get one of those antennas like Doug has.
Right.
And then you live with that for 6 months. And 6 months later, maybe you only want to watch during the football season, for example.
Exactly. No, you can come on and come off. The way you got to learn how the system works and play the system. CenturyLink would, anybody, even me, I would much rather lower my bill to you than lose you as a customer.
That's right.
So when you say, CenturyLink, my wife will call and say, we're paying $100, let's say, and yet you're advertising $49.99. Oh, that's for new customers.
Right.
Okay, then fine. Cancel me right now, and I'm going to call tomorrow. Oh no, yes, cancel me, and I'll call you in May, which is a week from now, and I will go ahead and subscribe for $49.95.
Good show today, Jim. Thank you for doing this. And if anybody wants to call you, what number is a good number?
854-9795.
American Cable Services. Thank you, Jim. We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. Funding for the government technically expires at midnight unless there's a new spending bill.
So the House and Senate are expected to pass before that deadline a 1-week extension of current funding.
Even if we get an agreement, let's just say, in 10 minutes, we simply can't process the paperwork that long.
But House Speaker Paul Ryan says progress on a long-term spending bill is being made.
Fox Radio's Jared Halpern says also, according to Ryan,
Democrats have